We spent years talking about AI that responds, then came AI that writes, generates images, and creates videos. But now, the game has really changed. Qwen 3.5 Omni isn't just another model. It was made to understand everything at the same time: text, image, audio, and video, within a single system, with long context, continuous processing, and the ability to cross-reference this information as if it were a single experience. In practice, this means that the AI not only responds, but also interprets scenes with audio, understands conversations in multiple languages, describes entire videos, and even connects them. All of this in a coherent response is no longer about separate multimodality, it's real integration, and when you combine complete perception with reasoning and execution. The question is no longer what can this AI do? It becomes something else. Is AGI starting to appear in practice? So let's see everything that's happening with this new model. Let's get to the video. Well guys, today I want to share with you this new model that was presented here by the folks at Qwen, which is the Qwen 3.5 Omni. It's the most advanced multimodal model that can understand text, image, audio, video, and so on. Actually, they released two models, the Omni and the 3.6. The 3.6 is not yet available here on Qwen Chat. It's still experimental over at OpenRouter. But I'll show you what you can do, because we can use it there without having to pay anything. Let's start here with the 3.5 Omni. Listen to what they're saying. Qwen 3.5 Omni has arrived, moving toward a native omnimodal AGI. Meet the next generation of Qwen, designed for native understanding of text, image, audio, and video, with major advances in both intelligence and interaction. Real-time, a remarkable feature, programming focused on audio and video. Describe your vision to the camera, and Qwen 3.5 Omni instantly creates a website or a functional game. I'll demonstrate this in practice shortly. Highlights subtitles. At the script level, generate detailed video scripts with timestamps, scene cuts, and speaker mapping. State-of-the-art performance. Qwen 3.5 Omni scored 215 in various subtasks, matching the high-level text and vision capabilities of the Qwen 3.5 series. Voice conversations sound more natural and are more resistant to background noise. Global multilingual support. Pioneering support for 74 languages in speech recognition and 29 languages in expressive speech generation. Eliminating global communication barriers, including for Brazilian Portuguese. Autonomous intelligence, native support for web search and complex function calls. The model now independently decides when to obtain real-time data. That's GI right there, huh? Qwen 3.5 Omni was developed to be the backbone of next-generation AI applications, empowering developers and users, like true multimodal reasoning. So they brought some examples here. I even copied them to see if it works in practice, and the result is really cool. I'm going to show you in a moment. So what they want to highlight here is mainly the visual capability of this new model. Using a camera, you can show it what you want to create. It understands images, audio, video, and text, and turns all of that into code. It's really cool because it works in real time. I'll show you here on the blog in a moment. They say the following: Qwen 3.5 Omni scaling toward native omnimodal artificial general intelligence. The 3.5 Omni series includes instruct versions in 3 sizes: Plus, Flash, and Lite, with support for long context input of up to 256K. The model can process more than 10 hours of audio input and over 400 seconds of audiovisual input at 720p and 1 frame per second. So, what they mean here is that from now on, the new models from Qwen will work in an omnimodal way. So, you'll be able to work with text, image, audio, and video all in one place. From there, when you have this integration, you can ask for whatever you want. Like, for example, ask it to look at an image, interpret audio or video, and so on. The idea is that the model understands the environment, that it knows exactly what's happening. And regardless of whether the input is in the form of text, video, audio, or image, then they show some benchmarks here, like for example, this one about audiovisual. In the Daily Omni, Gemini 3.1 Pro reached 82.7, Omni Flash got 81.8, but Omni Plus, which is available now, scored 84.6, and that's when we have questions and answers about text queries. So notice here that when this Qwen model doesn't surpass, it gets very close to more advanced models like Gemini 3.1 Pro. Now, when it comes to questions and answers about audio, we have Gemini 3.1 Pro with 66.2 Flash with 66.3 and Plus with 68.5, which is higher than Google's model. As for audio, it's the same thing. Plus comes in first place, ahead of the other two tools. I'll leave this link right here in the description of this video in case you want to dive deeper into this topic because it's really cool. We have comparisons here with more advanced models, and as I mentioned earlier, when we make this comparison, this new model from Qwen, at least in the benchmarks, comes very close to other, more advanced models that have been on the market for a longer time. Here, in the demonstration section, they say the following. General knowledge of audio and video with audio-visual input. The Qwen 3.5 Omni Plus can follow instructions to generate accurate, detailed, structured subtitles with timestamps. For scenarios such as audio and video analysis, scene breakdowns, and content moderation. I'll just show you this example here, just so you can get an idea. So, what do they want to demonstrate here? That this new model is able to understand and interpret the video. So it creates text annotations, adds subtitles, and inserts narration without you having to do absolutely anything. The video keeps playing and it understands what's on the screen. And then it builds the outline, creates the script, adds text annotations and audio cues, and narrates what's appearing on the screen. So, the idea is that this model can understand what's happening without you having to write anything, it just sees what's on the screen. Well, like I said at the beginning, besides Qwen 3.5 Omni Plus, they also released a new version, a new model that's already available for now only on OpenRouter, which is Qwen 3.6. So if you want to try it out, it's available here on OpenRouter and you don't have to pay anything at all. For now, it's just a test. This 3.6 model is not available in the chat yet. What do they say here on OpenRouter? The Qwen 3.6 Plus preview is the next generation evolution of the Qwen Plus series, featuring an advanced hybrid architecture that improves efficiency and scalability. What's new about it here? The first thing is the context window, which now reaches 1 million tokens. Another thing, if you want to test it here inside OpenRouter, at least in this preview, you don't pay anything. I did a test and the result really surprised me. What I asked for, let's see. I put a prompt here for it to generate a landing page for my real estate agency and just look at the result it gave me. Honestly, I found it very satisfactory. Here at the beginning, I have animations as I scroll down the screen. Look how cool, stories, services, testimonial, really nice contact section, right? The result is very neat, very clean, which I achieved with just a single prompt. So, it's not available yet on CoinChat, but if you want to try it, it's there on OpenRouter and you don't have to pay anything at all. Alright, let's go back to Omni now because I want to test those features where you can show it what you want and it creates the code for you. So, what am I going to do here? I have this video here on the left side. I'm going to use Qwen installed on my phone because you have this app that works for both iOS and Android. Then I'm going to show this video that's playing here to my app. There, I'm going to ask it to watch the video and then create a similar game. Just to see if it can do this satisfactorily. Just by watching the video, without me having to ask for anything at all, and let's see if it can do it. Good morning, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly. Good morning to you too. Is everything okay over there?
Everything's fine. I'm going to show you a video now of a little snake game. And then, I want you to copy this game with all the features that will be described here. With the same UI, everything just right. Is that okay?
Of course, that's fine. I'll create this snake game for you. With all the features and the same interface you showed in the video, you can send me the descriptions of the features and I'll write everything down to start working.
Okay, I'll play the video now, alright?
Alright, you can play the video and I'll wait here.
This is a snake game. When you get in the game, the keys go up, down, left, and right. The snake starts moving when it eats a piece of fruit. The score on the right, its head grows, and the snake dies if it hits the walls or runs into its own body. Now, please help me recreate this game.
Of course, I can definitely help you recreate this classic snake game.
Okay, you can make the video then.
Sure, I'll create the video for you right now. Just a moment and it'll be ready.
It's not about the video or creating it, I forgot. It's about making the game, not the video. Alright?
Alright, no problem. I'm starting to create the game right now. You can relax, it will be ready for you in a moment.
Done. It's done now. Let's see how it turned out. I'll make the screen bigger so we can see it better and hit play. And look how cool, it created the snake game for me with a UI very similar to the one I showed. And I didn't have to do absolutely anything. Just demonstrate, put the video there, let it play, give some instructions for it to copy the UI, the interface, and create all the functions, but all of this using my voice. I didn't have to write anything at all. The game is working perfectly, so that's really cool. Because it not only understood what I was saying, but also what was being shown on the screen. Let's go to another example now. In another example they showed during the demo, the person is showing a doodle there, a sketch of a website. And then he points to the screen, says what he wants, and in the end, Qwen delivers the finished website. Let's see if we can replicate that. Now, I'm going to give you another task. Now I'm going to play a video here for you to watch, and then I want you to perform this task. Actually, I'm going to demonstrate here how my website should be. And then, at the end, I want you to give me code based on these instructions. Alright?
Okay, alright, you can count on me. I'm ready to watch the video and understand exactly how you want your website to look.
Please help me create an HTML file to showcase my product concept. First, there are two buttons here. The first button represents the product interface, and the second button represents the scenery interface. When I click the product interface, all the images should display different products. When I click the scenery interface, all the images should change to different scenic views. Large, high-resolution landscape photos. So, in this section of the product interface, I want to display an airplane. In this section, I want to display a car. And in this section, I want to display a banana. When I implement this functionality, I want the product interface to be able to display an unlimited number of images. I want you to fill in the real image URLs for all of them, and I hope you can make the entire layout look as professional and high-end as possible.
I'm going to write the code right now. I'm working on the code. I'm taking care of everything so that the layout looks very professional and with the right images, exactly as you asked.
It's done. Let's see how it turned out. Here, we have the airplane, the sports car, and the banana, so it's something very simple. But he was able to replicate it simply by watching the video. I had instructions there that were provided as text, through speech, and in notes the person made on the screen. And he managed to deliver a very nice result, very similar to the one we got during the demonstration. So this shows the ability to visualize. So you no longer need to write the command. You can talk or simply show what you want by video and also using images. See this other example I made here. I uploaded this sketch that I found on the internet. Then I asked the following: can you turn this sketch into something professional with images, transitions, animations, a dark theme, and a color palette that inspires confidence? Sure, let's turn this sketch into a modern professional one. So, it showed all the features, the color palette that would be used, the structure of the site, and in the end, he delivered this result to me. Look how cool. Coastal Capital, home, about, services, blog, with images here and contact page. So, with just a sketch made by hand, I uploaded this image here and just asked him to turn the sketch, this draft, into a website. Obviously, what I have here is the initial idea, as if I was scribbling there, making a really rough draft of what I want. But that's already enough for the AI to understand the idea, what I want to create. And from this idea, this draft, this sketch, it already gives me something here that I can work with. Obviously, what I have here is just the start, so I can begin developing my idea. That's why it starts from the sketch, the draft, and then it will understand what I want. It will try to translate this into code, and then I can implement and improve it however I want. So, guys, give it a try. It's available for free on CoinChat. You can choose the model, show what you want using your camera, and the AI will understand and try to give you the best possible code. And if you want to try a new model, Qwen 3.6, it's also available, but on Open Router it's free. You can put your request there and let the artificial intelligence create the code for you. Both models are very good, but they have different characteristics. while Qwen 3.6 is more focused on coding and writing. Omni Plus, on the other hand, is something multimodal where you can work with text, image, audio, and video. So, what do you think? Is it promising? Is artificial general intelligence really getting closer? Let me know in the comments, okay? I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Highway years ago,